Hello. Is the audio working now?
Hey. Um, Good morning from my side of the world. But yeah, this is Valkyria Chronicles. The game came out in 2008 on PS3, and this is the PS4 version that Alexis is running.
Alright, you can give a countdown, whatever.
Alright, sure. Alright, 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, so Valkyria Chronicles is basically it starts out in two modes, book mode and the normal battle mode. So we'll be quickly going to the battle mode here. So the battle mode just has an explanation of the map and what to do. Obviously things are going to be basic at first, and then we're going to go right into it. So first things first, this is like a tutorial. It tells you like everything you need to know. My favorite line personally in the tutorial is that you'll hit somewhere in the circle. But yeah, so for those who don't know what Valkyria Chronicles is, it's basically like anime XCOM is like probably the closest thing we can come up with. So so even though you're aiming dead on with the enemy, you may sometimes miss because of randomness, and that's gonna happen in each shot. We picked the Watchman here because he has no victory animations.
Yeah, we're gonna move really close to these guys because it's not good if we were to miss.
Yeah.
We only have 3 CP, so missing would mean we have to take another turn. And enemy turns are very long in this series.
Yeah, so Alexis is like taking it safe here. Normally you will shoot them from a bit further away, but in this case, yeah, we absolutely have to shoot them closer than we would normally like to in this run.
Yeah. Usually we try to go for the max distance one the unit I just killed, but for this I'm gonna go very close.
Yeah, and that's Prologue.
Yep. Alright, so, yeah, every time we do this, we're gonna have to do book mode, and they can be, like, almost a minute sometimes of just mashing and loading screens.
And skipping cutscenes and making sure you don't do the optional cutscenes, because that, wastes time.
It's, like, a lot of time, actually.
Yeah.
Alright, so in this mission, I believe the town was invaded, and we're gonna go and push them back.
Yeah, so the game doesn't tell you that Alicia is like the only one that has grenades on her.
Yeah, I think it'll take a while to do that. We're gonna
it tells you in this chapter, but yeah.
That's funny. I think they don't tell about team attacks to what 5?
Yeah, something around there.
Enemy sighted!
But yeah, Alexis is going to aim for a particular red guy, and the red guy basically ends the turn and allows you to progress through the actual mission.
Yeah, that's one of the few times we're actually gonna kill a unit with a grenade. Usually we'll be using them to knock enemies out of bases, which will start in a little bit. For now, we get to watch an enemy tank.
Yes.
We actually get to see how long Welkin's gonna stay stuck here. It can, like... Okay. Yes, I got up quickly that time. Sometimes it takes like a few seconds. Alright. Now for turn 2. Which we have to get Welkin to the goal. So we're just gonna run around the tank, and it cannot shoot
Here we
us.
go.
Yeah, running around the back of the tank is a lot safer.
Yeah, especially because running the other way on PS4 tends to get you killed. Whereas PC, you can run a little bit in front of it. Okay. Last slow kind of chapter. We have to watch a few enemy phases during the early game.
Yeah,
Ooh,
well,
I can
this
probably-
particular chapter forces you to watch it.
So we're gonna fight the tank, but we don't have a tank yet. So Vulcan's gonna get one. So in the meantime, we have to wait a few turns.
Yeah, meanwhile, though, one of the Watchmen is going to take out a few of the red guys. The red guys actually have a command point, so that means the enemy gets less turns during the enemy phase, and that actually saves some time if you take them out, instead of just waiting at the base.
That was really close. I think the Watchmen missed
Oh my
like, the first
goodness.
three.
Yeah. Yeah, so even though Alexis was aiming like directly at the soldier, like most of his shots missed because of how the game works, which can be very unfortunate sometimes.
Alright, Watchmen did a better job that time. And now we end turn for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, that soldier's actually not gonna get hit anymore, which is kind of funny because then amount of soldiers are around him.
That's the main gate. If that was destroyed, we would get a game over, but the only way that can happen is if our own tank is hit.
Which has happened to me once.
Yeah, I've had that happen. So.
Yeah, Welcome is just that bad.
Nice. So if that did not hit the first shot on that unit, we would have had to waste about 10 seconds. It's very particular. But if you get the first bullet, that guy just stops moving. Oh wow, the Watchman was very accurate. Now we just have to wait for this shock trooper to run across the map. Okay, now Welcome has survived. This means we can use the
Entering
first tank
combat.
in the series. They're gonna be missing a lot throughout this marathon.
And probably the worst. Just pointing it out. Then again, I haven't really played all the games, but I think Welcome is probably the worst out of the series.
Okay,
Entering
now we
combat.
get to fight a tank. Tanks have very big weaknesses that if they're hitting, they usually die in one shot. This tank's super with Electra. So hopefully Vulcan can hit that.
Yeah.
He was close.
But at least I think only it takes one more shot to
Yeah.
take him out.
Entering
Yeah.
combat.
Yeah, so that first shot just missed somehow.
Alright, you got the second one.
Neat.
Alright. Next we have to go to HQ. It's gonna be a little bit long, but this is to get all the units and to start leveling up.
Yeah, and there's this pretty long tutorial about what all the units do and everything. We're going to use mostly one particular class, but the other classes do come in handy every now and again.
Yeah. We used some other classes in early game.
Yeah.
Alright, and then hopefully I get the units that we need.
Oh yeah, and I probably should bring this up. I'm assuming because you're playing in English, right? Because
Yes.
it is actually partly faster to play with English voices on by a couple of frames for a lot of the characters.
Yes. Especially, like, Alicia.
Yeah, so because the main characters, their voices are faster in English, it's you're better off playing in English for speed. You only got Field, right? I didn't
Yes.
see Yoko, yeah.
So I'll probably go back to HQ and see if I can get Yoko. Alright, and now we're gonna level up. We level up in, like, a chalkboard, and once you fill the level up, it levels up any unit that's that class. So we don't have to level up individual characters.
Yeah, just to bring it up, the units that we usually bring are Wavy or Nancy as our scout, 3 male shock troopers, and either Catherine or Marina, but preferably Marina.
Yes.
As a sniper, yeah. But Catherine's like a good replacement in case you can't like actually get Marina.
Yeah, sadly we won't be using snipers until the very, very end of this run.
Yeah, and that drill instructors are voiced by Bender, which is really funny.
Alright, and this is where we upgrade our equipment, which again is for every unit. We actually can equip like individual weapons to characters, but we will not be doing that in this round.
Yeah, and for this particular for this particular visit to base, you have to do everything. So might as well do something here. So yeah, just slight increased accuracy and uniform. You don't actually upgrade the armor for our tanky units at all. We just do it for normal soldiers.
Alright, and this is the like first mission that we're going to be able to deploy units. Deployments in this game are very, very brief. It'll be like putting some units on the map. One little scary thing about this game is it's the only game in the series where you cannot have a retry mission button. So I have to be pretty careful with certain things.
Split into 2 teams, offensive and defensive. Squad 7, move out!
Alright, so we're gonna use a new unit type,
Engaging the enemy.
Trooper. They use machine guns, and they do the most damage in the entire game. So we'll be using them for any mission where we don't need to use a lot of movement, because their movement's pretty limited.
Rest easy, I'm on it.
Yeah, and we specifically pick male shock troopers because they shoot faster. Ladies shoot from the hip, which is a bit slow with the animation, and guys tend to shoot from their above. Also, that grenade can be a bit finicky, but fortunately, that will correct.
Because we grenaded that unit out, we don't have to kill them, it counts as them being out of the
I'm
base.
just warming up.
And the game is going to turn into capture the flag for most of the missions. We don't have to kill everything, we just have to go and kill the enemies or knock them out of the base. So, for the most part, we're just going to be knocking everyone out of the base.
Yeah, it's much faster than actually killing the enemies, for the most part.
Yeah, so sadly we're going to miss a lot of the map. Alright, and this is the optional cutscene stuff that was mentioned earlier. I'm just gonna have to tap down, because that's a cutscene that I don't have to skip. And onwards to a bit of a unique chapter. We're actually going to be using engineers to clear a mission.
Yeah, this is the only mission in the game where we actually use engineers. Engineers, they don't
Take
have
down
a
the
lot of
bridgehead as
defense,
quickly as
but they
possible.
do have a bunch of grenades on
Squad
them.
7,
And
move out.
because they have a bunch of grenades, you actually end up saving time.
Yeah. The old strat for this was using 2 scouts, but using an engineer ends up saving like 20 seconds over that. Just because how many grenades they have. It's also gonna be the first time we're gonna use orders. You like this one, Matt?
This
Oh
is an
yeah,
order.
so orders are a bunch of... They're like a...
Brace up
they're
and
mostly...
get ready to defend
They're
yourself.
buffs that help a specific unit or all units, depending on what order it is. They end up... They use CP or multiple CPs. CP is the amount of turns you have in your round. And yeah, so you use one of those in order to, or multiple to use an order to buff a unit. And because we increase her defense, police defense here, she won't die as easily, which is a good thing.
And this is why we can use an engineer, because we have a lot of ways to like take shortcuts, like destroying the rubble and then destroying that tank. Otherwise, they would not have enough unit movement to get to the end of the map, because the base is actually pretty far away from our starting point.
Yeah, they had like the second highest movement in the game. Oh, the second highest movement for the class in the game. Highest sort of scout. So, yeah, the movement actually suffices enough in order to reach base in a single turn.
Alright, looks like our HP is good. Be pretty bad for low HP here.
I like pink clothes, except when I trip.
Alright, good.
I'm on
Aw.
a roll.
This is like 2 seconds. But then we didn't get any dodges. It's a little messy in 4. Alright, and onward to chapter 5. This is going to be our first mission that we have to use a scout outside the tutorials, because the end goal is going to be really, really far away. No
Yeah,
one can make
it,
it in one
it's
turn.
so far away from the start.
Yeah, we're actually barely going to make it.
Yeah, and we have to use... This is like the first major reset point in the run. So,
Yes.
yeah, so usually, because we barely make it, you basically use your CP, including the CP of the commanders you deploy, which are Rosie and Largo at this point in the game, and Welkin, but Welkin's automatically deployed, so you don't have to put them down. But yeah, we put Rosie and Largo down because we need their CP in order to actually
The enemy
reach the
supply
end,
base is through these
and
woods.
do everything that we need
Squad
to do.
7, move out.
So first we're going to use defense boost, because we're also going to be attacked a lot during this mission. Mostly by a bunch of
so
shock troopers.
they're pretty strong too. Like the shock
This is an
troopers
order.
over the hill when
Brace up and get ready
when
to
Alicia
defend
gets
yourself.
there, they're pretty deadly.
Yeah, we're
Moving out.
going to be, well, depending on how accurate everything is, we're either going to be very close to death or, like, about half HP.
Sorry about my mic.
Enemy unit spotted.
Alright.
Have you secured a
Yeah,
view
I've
of the
seen,
field
like,
there?
really random HP values at the end of this. It can be, like, 100 or, like,
Enemy sighted.
5. That's also a lot of damage from this one.
My turn, okay?
Oh yeah, they put mines in pretty nasty places too, but
Yeah.
Enemy
they're gonna be
unit spotted.
handy later on.
Alright, then after this action is going to be the first
Moving
safety
out.
save. Because we're going to have 5 CP.
Can't beat the
to
smell of
clear
fresh
this
soil.
base. First one to
Yeah,
start.
and you need all of them.
Enemy unit spotted.
Yeah, so the problem is our main use of getting enemies out of the base has been expired because we have to break the boxes in order
Moving
to
out.
go around safely
Enemy sighted.
Yeah.
to
Now.
yeah to get to the base. So we have to yeah, we have to take them out very slowly. Fortunately, Alicia
My
hit
turn,
nearly all her
okay?
shots on that guy. If you actually end
Enemy
up
unit spotted.
hitting all your shots on the first 2 turns, you end up saving a CP, but it is random, so you can't really rely on that.
Yeah. And the reason we have to take a shortcut is because there's a boss tank that you can
Moving
see on
out.
the map, and that will kill us very quickly.
Yeah, that's Jaeger's tank, so you don't want to mess with that.
Alright, I'm gonna make an extra save just because, rather slow if we end up getting a dodge here. Thankfully, we don't see any dodges at all this entire
Or
marathon, but we'll probably see
My
some.
turn, okay? Enemy unit spotted.
Yeah, so these particular shock troopers, they require 4 headshots to kill them. And yeah, the problem is,
Good work. Keep it up.
yeah, they take a bit to hit. So
Moving
if
out.
Alicia misses 2 of her shots, yeah, you have to reload from the save. And of course, if in actual yeah, miss them, that's run over. So very heavy reset point.
It'd be very scary. Thankfully, the next mission isn't gonna be that bad.
Yeah, the next mission is mostly smooth sailing.
And they're gonna I think the story is they pull out of the base because they were stalling for time at the tank. I'm not the most familiar with the plot of any game in the series. Alright, and go to the deserts. We'll be in the desert for 2 maps in a row. First one,
Yeah.
it's very short.
And not so bad. The next one
The
though
enemy's
is
spread out through the
infamously
desert
bad.
region. Squad 7, move out.
Especially if you played the game before.
It's almost about the mass triangle for the text. Good thing I remembered. Alright, and first we need defense base
This
because
is an order.
there's a lot of shock troopers and 1 tank,
Brace up and get ready
and
to
we just have
defend
to run into
yourself.
a very long straight line.
My turn, okay? Enemy unit spotted. Enemy unit spotted.
Don't pass up a chance to attack.
Random thing about this map is you can take a lot more
Enemy unit spotted.
Keep an eye on your ammo.
yes, flutter. Compared to PC at least. Oh, it's
Yeah,
absolutely
aren't they a bit more accurate on PS4 or something like that?
Moving out.
yeah, for
Oh.
anything that's like not a
Enemy
thing.
sighted.
Things just turn really slow. We'll see that eventually.
Yeah.
So I'm
Enemy
like
sighted.
gonna guarantee I have at least
Don't
a
let the heat get to
good
you.
Yeah, luckily the sandstorm here actually, it kind of helps us a little bit in terms of enemy visibility, but
My turn,
yeah,
okay?
healing was safety there because that tank does a lot of damage even with defense boost.
Yeah, it's short. Yeah, so if I didn't heal twice, we would be at 30 HP right now, so
Moving out.
pretty sure we would be dead. Just gonna pretty this all this.
Now.
Yeah, yeah, he needs to get out of the base. And sometimes the grenade just rolls away in the sandstorm, which is like
Moving
Yeah,
out.
that could be
mostly smooth sailing. It's terrible when that happens.
Yeah. Alright, and that's done like the early game of the run. The next is gonna be our second HQ trip. It's the longest in the run, aside from the tutorial one. Then it's also the second or third longest map.
Yeah, so this mission is particularly terrible. So Alexis is going to do a lot of preparations in the base. You absolutely need to.
Yep. And the reason we're going to be leveling up on a whole bunch of stuff is just it saves a lot of animations.
Yeah, the way that we're going to level up here. I think Nitrodon initially came up with the route way back I think when the strat was first discovered. So it just, yeah, you just have less animations to go through with this particular level up route that we have.
Yeah. Works out very nicely.
And yeah, the PlayStation 4 is the fastest version. It's very weird though, because it's you would expect PC because this game is out on PC, but the problem is the PC port is not particularly great, and the loads for some reason on PC are slower than PS4, which I cannot explain how, but they are.
Yeah. It's also
We have
weird
no
'cause
idea
there's
on
some
PS5.
stuff that's faster on PC, but most of the stuff is just faster on PS4, bro. And yeah, we don't know anything about PS5 yet. Because I don't think any one of us know. Alright, and yeah, we're just gonna keep getting equipment.
Yeah.
We're just doing it because we're here for a lot of these things.
Yeah, Alexis is not going to upgrade the lances too much though. It's actually very important for the mission.
Right, I was gonna go and check for yoga. Not terribly important, but you might as well do it.
Yeah. Might as well have a look for Marina as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Alright, and this we're gonna get site upgrades, which may or may not be useless. Let's see if we get these.
Yeah, they did fix some of the stuff on the PC version, but yeah, it isn't really enough.
Come.
Oh, there's Yoko.
Wait, we don't want to go back. Alright, Yoko will help a little bit with this. Just makes this strat a bit more safe for marathons.
Yeah, you can do this with 2 shock troopers, but yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's just a lot safer for free lancers here. But yeah, so this mission is pretty infamous because there's a giant tank called the Batamies.
That tank is our target.
Yeah,
We
that
have
is,
to
yeah.
stop it. Squad
There's
7,
multiple
move
big
out.
tanks in this game. But yeah, it's a pretty terrible tank to go up against because you have to wait until its weak points are exposed, and the only way you can do that is make him shoot the blue things. And yeah, and Maximilian is partying it himself, and he's like the big bad of the game.
Yeah. We'll have time, because sadly we have to wait turn 4.
Dying time.
First, we're gonna go make the turns faster by clearing out those turns.
Great Empire. Take him. You're dead.
Yeah, so Alexis is shooting in a way that she takes out 2 at a time, which ends up saving CP. Yeah.
You're dead.
I believe I won my... Oh, good. It's hard to get that double kill because the shock troopers will probably.
Yeah, the second double kill is not that easy to get.
You're dead!
And we did not get any dodges there. That can be really scary.
Yeah.
Leave
I
it
would
to
usually
Aunt
aim for
Yoko.
like center mass to prevent dodges or to have less dodges so less often happen.
Yeah.
Even though it does take longer to kill them.
Understood.
And then we move our Lancer and Engineer to position.
Yep, just so no one gets shot at.
Yeah. You don't want them being run over either, because Maximilian's going to run over
Oh
this.
yeah.
So, the big thing about this tank is it's going to run over your bases until it reaches your base, and then you game over. There's also a random chance that Maximilian decides to order on every one of his turns. And he has 3 turns, so each time he orders, you lose 10 seconds. Luckily, the first turn he did not decide to order. So, thanks Max, I guess.
Yeah. Oh well.
But yeah,
One more turn.
Heed my words
There's
and
an
no
order.
victory.
Now we get to see what it's like.
Loose your fire, men! Annihilate our enemies!
it's also pretty bad that he orders in the last turn as well, because you end up suffering from his counter attacks.
Fire!
It's really annoying. So he ends up doing more damage to your units. So Alexis will definitely have to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah. You move pretty correctly. Max can't get too much damage on your units, but it's a little scary when I'm going to use the engineer, because they're much more fragile.
Yeah, they're pretty squishy.
This is an order!
Anyway, we're going to use an order called Demo Boost.
Destroying
This
the
is just so
target
we
is
can
your
do
top
more damage
priority!
to the radiators. I'm using a mortar as well.
Yeah,
Just so we
and
hit
using
more.
Here we
devastation
go.
on tank is pretty funny, but it works.
Gotta love nature.
So, what this whole setup is doing is basically taking out these radiators in one turn instead of 3 turns. This is like a sequence break. This is like one of the sequence breaks in the game, where you, because the game expects you to take them out one at a time. But thanks to the strat, you can take out all 3 of them in one turn.
Yes. It is sadly very luck dependent, but hopefully it goes
Yeah.
back to free.
Yeah, so we're using our Lancers here, and hopefully they'll activate Tank Slayer in a good time. Sometimes they take ages in order to activate Tank Slayer, and you have to activate it, how many times? Like,
11.
11, yeah. 11 times. So it's an awful lot of activations that you have to depend on, and yeah,
Largo
sometimes
was
you
very
just have to...
tense.
Also,
Leave it
wow,
to
Largo
Aunt
just
Yoko.
behaved well. That's actually incredible considering
One
my
order of
experiences
10
with Largo.
flambe. Here goes! I'll take care of it.
So, Yoko can troll you with her skill activation sometimes. She can sometimes
One order
activate
of
Form
10
Leader instead of
flambe.
Tank Slayer,
Yeah.
which is a little bit annoying.
Take this! I'll take care of it.
But yeah, as you may guess, we
One order
pick
of 10
those
flambe.
particular Lancers so they can activate their Tank Slayer abilities.
Here goes!
It's,
Largo automatically.
really fast beginning. But we have many
Wow.
more to go.
Here we go!
Yeah. So welcome to the finish of all these radiators. Yeah. So if you aim pretty well, you just take them all out. And yeah, so in the middle of the chapter, Valdia's group, which is one of Welcome's friends who happens to command another group, gets taken out by a Valkyria, and so casually, along with dealing with that tank, and you have to take out all 3 radiators, in the middle of that, you also have to deal with Valkyria, he's basically invincible at this point in the game.
Yeah, you'll
Although I
see,
think you can damage her, but it's
Save me
like
some
you're not
glory.
gonna kill her.
yeah, you can see all the enemies in the corner. That's
Yeah, yeah, Hans will be fine. And then we use Field. Now, Field is kind of a special shock trooper. He has like 2 tank slayer abilities that can stack on top of each other, but it's very unlikely you get them both. So we just go for the one.
Returning alive.
But if you end up getting one in the first like couple,
Take
you know,
out a
in the
tank
first
and I'll
couple of
be a-
turns, but if you get a big start, you end up getting both in the
not a
first couple of
coward.
turns. You end up saving a turn, I think.
yes.
Save me some glory.
We get it on the first ones. I actually got that this morning.
Take out a tank and I'll be a hero.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool.
If I get anti-armor boost on this action, we'll not use an engineer.
Save me some glory. Now I can get me some real glory.
But I guess we're not using engineers.
Take
for
out a
this,
tank and I'll be a...
Yeah, because you can just end up taking out the tank with Welcome.
Here we go. Fire!
That's a bit of a odd kill. That's technically 2
Here
times
we
in
go.
a row getting this kill.
Fire!
Yeah, and you have to also be careful not to hit the treads. But
Yeah.
because treads have HP as well in this particular game of the series. Well, yeah, that was a very good chapter 7.
Yeah. Got really good luck on everything, and it got a 3 cycle with Field. That's actually one of the reasons getting Yoko is helpful, because if we don't have Yoko and Field, if we only have one of them, we cannot do that kill that I did.
Yeah, otherwise you have to use the engineer.
Alright.
So time for the stealth section.
Yes. You can explain where and why we are here.
Okay, so basically Alicia and Welcome get separated from the group, and Alicia has a sprained ankle, so her movement is actually limited for this particular part of the chapter. Also, this chapter's put in 2 parts.
Yes.
But yeah, so if either of them die, yeah, it's basically game over here. So you want, obviously, you want to keep them both alive. And there's a particularly nasty part with an enemy ace, which is a more powerful unit.
Moving out.
Oh yeah, Welcome says like move Alicia first, but we're yeah, so we're actually gonna go to his suggestion, even though it's kind of not a good thing to ask, but yeah.
Enemy unit spotted.
Like 7, we're gonna clear out some enemies to take the phase quicker.
Please hit.
She almost missed that.
Yeah, she can miss that guy, which is really annoying. And also that tree can block your shots too.
Moving out.
So we're gonna move Alicia in a particular way, like towards the tree, so she doesn't get hit by the mortar. Otherwise, I think she just instantly dies.
Ready to go.
Yeah, the mortars are really scary. It's also because we need to go and talk to a plant so she gets more movement. And the radius is really big.
Yeah, the radius is big enough where you can actually talk to the plant, and it gives it basically welcomes you also through the little pill next to it. So it's kind of funny how that works. But yeah, it's just like Alicia doesn't necessarily need to be next to the plant in order for the heal to happen, and that means she gets more action points at the start of her turn. Of a turn, so that means she'll be able to move a bit more, which is nice. But that's the only time we're going to be using the Panistera plants to extend Alicia's movement. And also, Alexis purposely stopped before that bridge because it can actually mess up with the enemy AI.
Yeah, it looks like it's good. As long as the ace moves twice, it's usually good.
Yeah. I don't think it's the... is it the ace?
I think it is. Maybe it is the scout, actually. I think you're right. I think it's the scout.
Yeah, I thought the ace was the shock trooper. And the scout acts as these eyes.
Alright, anyway, searchlights. They're on cycles, and we don't want to get caught with them.
Sorry for that. But yeah,
Hostile
you don't want to
sighted.
be caught by the searchlights. Otherwise, more mortars get sent towards your way, and that may put in Alicia in a really bad situation, especially because she has limited movement.
We're gonna make a save just in case we either die or accidentally get a dodge.
Yeah, this particular part is really nasty, especially in a casual playthrough.
Ready to
It's
go.
just
Yeah.
yeah.
I've
Enemy
seen
sighted.
casual playthroughs of this book and get stuck.
Mm.
Because ace units dodge
Now.
a lot.
Yeah, and you want to put Welcome Behind the Tree so that he doesn't die to the enemy
Yes!
ace. The enemy ace will still try to aim for him.
Gotta love
but
nature.
once we get rid of his eyes, it's like, well, he's going to be limited with what he can see.
My turn,
Yeah.
okay?
And yeah, I thought we killed that scout we didn't mention already. So the shock trooper can't see Alicia when she makes her journey. Because he's way too slow. Also, we're gonna walk on a mine.
Yeah, so mind boosting. This is the only time we use mind boosting in the run. Actually, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So
These two in the next
it
mission.
just puts Alicia further along the way without using her AP.
Alright, and the rest of the chapter, we is that most of it's just trying to get Alicia all the way over. Because he takes a really long time, it ends up being a long mission.
Moving out.
He's gonna get really hurt, but he will not die.
Enemy unit spotted. This can't be good. Enemy sighted.
Okay, we sneak the shock trooper. You can't, when you get up in up animation like this, even on pressing the button, the map will not open. It's always fun to play with the map on this mission, because it's so slow.
Yeah, it can also be helpful to see where the mortars will land, although it's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah. And speaking of mortars, now we're gonna run past them, because
Ready to go.
we're gonna win on this turn, so it's not a big deal if they land on us.
Yeah, I think this is like the last possible turn you can A rank this mission as
Gotta
well.
love nature.
And we want A rank all these missions.
Oh yeah.
Probably should have mentioned that earlier, but yeah. The A rank is mainly determined by how many turns you take.
My turn, okay?
Alright, now we just need to get Alicia to Welkin.
Yeah, sometimes like getting to the end is a bit finicky with Alicia. But as long as you take like a particular path, it's
Alrighty. So next mission is maybe gonna be a while. Depends on how the luck is.
yeah, it can be a bit nasty.
We're gonna reunite with the rest of our squad, and our first goal is to get Welkin to the tank. Because he is still not in the tank, and they for some reason cannot do anything about it.
Yeah, apparently he's supposed to be the one that aims the thing. I think they explain it later on,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's we need we need all our people to be deployed that
Yes.
have CP. So because we need all the CP possible.
Yes, because
Here we go.
we're gonna have to use a tank to destroy a castle wall that's somewhere in the middle of the forest.
Hostile sighted. Enemy
That's gonna be a
sighted.
lot of our CP because it's 4 CP because this castle wall takes 2 shots with a tank.
Yeah, and tanks take up
Gotta
2
love
CP in
nature.
this particular game. I believe they only
Ready to go.
take less in
Yeah.
every other game in the series.
That's how it is for like everything except for this game. This game is kind of unique compared to some of the other games. Like, I'll give an example. This is the only game we have to use that message where it's like,
Ready
would
to
you like
go.
to end turn? Unless you're in the Switch version, for some reason they changed it in the Switch version. We gotta instantly end turns.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. And we are going to safely save because Vulcan has to go and aim.
Yeah, and this is also pretty finicky, just this whole particular part of once he enters the tank, just things just can go
Here
wrong
we
very
go.
easily.
Yes. Probably the
Gotta love nature.
the least marathon safe. options.
Gotta love nature.
Out of the other side now.
Fire!
Yeah, you park yourself like on the sandbank, or
Here we go.
a little bit past it. You can accidentally hit the sniper because that's what the aim is on, which can be very unfortunate.
Yes, and we are going to save again. Because we have 1 CP, and the reason we use Levy or Nancy is they have an ability called Power Scout, and we need them to get it, and we also need them
You'll
to
not harm my
deactivate.
people.
Yeah, it's also
won't
super
get
sneaky
me.
in this game when it activates. I think it activates when 5 units are aiming or have their sights on the
Yeah,
unit.
so it's gonna go away now.
I'll see the enemy
Making careful
exposed.
decisions.
Hopefully.
And yeah, that tank just protects us from attack down.
That was
shock
very
trooper.
lucky.
Nice, and yeah, we just
Your
aim
orders,
for
sir.
the guy. The old shot, we used to promote the scout to elite scouts, and we're able to use grenades. But yeah, that depends on the power scout as well.
Yeah, so this has always been like a finicky mission. Alright, and on to a bit of a unique mission. This will be the first and only main story mission where we have to actually watch enemy phase. I almost forgot that I have to watch this cutscene. It's probably, I
Yeah.
haven't watched the actual cutscenes in this game in years.
Oh, this one, I think it relates, so... Oh, no, it doesn't. Wait, no. No, it does! No. So, it relates to Valkyria for a little bit. But that will come later.
They can't get to the harbor. We stop them here. Squad
So
7,
first,
move out.
this is also the only appearance of an APC.
Yes, that's right, and it's the only time when the enemy turn goes first as well.
Yes. So we're gonna watch enemy turns. I don't know if we mentioned this, but enemy turns are much slower on this version than PC. You'll be able to notice it when we get to 18.1. For now, we get to see a room for a little bit. Now we're back to using orders. This actually feels
This
like
is an
forever.
order.
Because how long 8.1
Destroying the
long.
target is your top
We're just using Demo
priority.
Boost because it boosts tank damage, and we're going to be facing an ABC.
Engaging the enemy.
Yeah, Demo Boost is also much better than
Hostile
the other
unit
order.
found.
I can't remember what it's called, but
Damage boost.
damage boost, yeah, for this particular mission.
Engaging the
Defense boost
enemy.
could be used for safety, but we don't need it. Hopefully.
Nice. We got a 1 cycle. If I would have that would have lived, we would have just shot again with our extra CP. One really quick funny thing is if you play on the PC version at 75 FPS and kill that APC in 1 cycle, game soft locks. And you like just run around the map. You're the corpse of the APC. Anyway, time for a all-tank mission.
Yeah, we just control
Our
the
top
tank,
priority is to
really.
get to the
We
rendezvous
need
point.
the extra CP
Squad
from our
7, move
commanders,
out!
though, just to help out a little bit.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't need it, but, Vulcan is very likely to miss on this map.
Here we go! Hostile sighted!
Alright, and like
Enemy sighted!
all the other missions, because we are,
How are you
going
doing?
to be having enemy turrets, we're gonna just clear things out so we don't waste time.
Just keep up.
Entering combat! Now!
Good job.
Yay.
Here we go! Gotta love nature.
I'm just gonna
Now!
do applying mortar shot. That shock trooper.
Good work.
Yeah, so because of the draw distance, you can't really see enemies in the distance, but they're there. They're clearly there. Also, I love how at the start of the next turn, when she drive past the sniper, our captain warns us about getting shot by
Entering
snipers even though
combat.
we're safe in the tank.
Also the mortars, but mortars, they're
Enemy
very
sighted.
dangerous still, I think. We're just gonna walk into
The
them.
air is full of smog.
Yeah, although I think it's best to
Hostile
avoid
sighted.
the searchlights because it just wastes time anyway, because your tank is forced to stop.
Now!
That's if you can obviously avoid them.
Oh yeah.
Entering combat!
Yeah, so the blind shot
Hostile
like
sighted.
sit there, saves
Hostile
like
sighted.
a turn.
Gotta
and
love
saves
nature.
extra command points.
The labor camp.
Yeah, and then we're gonna attempt the double kill here.
Fire!
Just keep up.
Here we go! Gotta love nature.
We're just gonna move a teeny bit
Entering
more
combat.
forward, and hopefully that's the right position. And try this thing, because it's just in our way.
Yeah, we stay off this bridge because there's like enemy lancer that can just shoot you.
Yeah. I don't think they're too dangerous, but it would be a little bit slower.
Here we go!
Now onto the
Alert! Alert! You're on enemy turf.
Fire!
You're doing well.
Alright.
Entering
We have
combat!
to pick up these lancers, because if they were to see us on the next turn, they would probably get us killed.
Enemy sighted! Hostile
Then
sighted!
take one out of the mouse. We're not gonna kill them. Just gonna shoot.
Yeah.
Fire!
You basically want to run the guy over, so you don't have to use
Here we go.
the yeah, to use the water to
Gotta love
expose them.
nature. Now!
Alright. We're gonna do something that's a little new,
That
so
makes things a
hopefully
bit
we
easier.
can get the tank through. I'm actually gonna save, because I haven't tested this too much. Okay, we were good. It really looks like the tank is just sitting there until I see it. I guess the cliff
Entering combat!
barely blocks it.
Enemy sighted.
Yeah, increasing
Damage minimal.
visibility
Please keep up formation.
because we're in a cave.
Now! Entering
Just like the
combat.
last round, we're gonna stick on the
Now!
because we can't get across the ridge. We're gonna hopefully knock this.
That makes things a bit easier.
down.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't fall in a way where it just takes too long for him to respawn.
Here we go!
Yeah, he was a nice launcher that time, and now we have finished the mission. And coming up next is going to be what would have been 8-2's HQ and Old Route, but we're going to just merge 8-2 and 10-2's menu. There's just quite a bit of leveling up.
Yeah, and it's not saving a chunk of time because you have to do 1 HQ as opposed to 2.
Yeah, all together with like movement and then the HQ, I think it's close to a minute. It's also convenient that we're actually going to get all these orders in one go, so we only get one text box.
Yeah. Oh, we're only going to be stopped once.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea is to promote the scouts finally and to raise the levels of shock troopers and snipers.
Yeah, because we're going to need them for some orders.
Yeah.
Alright, that's going to be our last level.
Yeah, we need caution, so that's some scout elite level 12.
Yeah, we're going to be using that order quite a bit in the next couple missions.
Yeah, it's basically a better defense boost.
Yeah. Alright, now we're gonna fight a big train, but sadly, the train is impossible to kill, so we're gonna instead pack a bomb and destroy the tracks.
Our job is to make sure that bomb gets set. Squad 7, move out!
Yeah, we're also taking out one of the generals that support Maximilian as well.
Yeah.
This is like the first one.
I never remember any characters' names these days. It's
Moving out.
Gregory.
Yeah, Gregory. It's Gregor, I think.
Enemy sighted.
But yeah,
Bring me ammo. I need bullets here.
he puts himself in the armored train, which in
Enemy sighted.
most cases he's stuck on
Enemy
rails
sighted.
over a river, so
Yeah, maybe not the best idea.
probably not really that smart when you're over a river
I'm
and
taking
you're stuck
extra
in a
special care.
armored train.
Yeah, first aid boost. It's not really helpful,
Get
but
them back here, fast!
nice to do.
It can help you survive.
My turn, okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can do like up to 287 damage, and that'll help you survive.
Enemy unit
If
spotted.
you get like a headshot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no headshot, just a body shot. Headshot's just instant death.
Alright, yeah. What we're talking about is that tank across the bridge. We do not want to hit Alicia.
At least on the head. But like, yeah, but if it hits Alicia, she may be hit by, she may be spotted by another unit because she gets pushed back. But she should be able to like not get hit or dodge it even.
Alright, so the tank will be the next action. And Siege. It's usually the outcome.
Yeah, I had a weird thing where Alicia got pushed out of bounds, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
funny.
I remember showing that save. And we've trained the move, and now we're gonna try to hit a bridge with Vulcan. It is very far away.
Here we go!
Yeah, and yeah, you ain't got like pixels to aim for, but
Enemy sighted!
if you aim it at a certain angle, it's more likely to hit,
Fire!
but it's still a difficult shot to make.
Here we go.
And Alexis may have to
Fire!
save the game or just save
Yes.
the weapon misses too much.
We'll save now, just in case.
Yeah. Welcome has not been good here. Which is not surprising considering, you know,
Entering
he's aiming for a
combat.
bridge that's really far away. It's really tiny too.
Fire!
Alright, got a third try. That's not too bad for a marathon.
Yeah.
And the lifts activate, which is actually really bad for them because that's how we're gonna get over it.
This is an order.
Yeah, we're gonna throw
Brace
caution
up
and
and get
defense
ready
boost
to
on
defend
Alicia.
yourself.
Yeah, and with that, she's gonna be able to survive like multiple tanks and shock troopers.
This is an order. Advance with caution. Stay sharp.
Moving out.
Keep your cool. Just relax and get it done.
Enemy unit spotted.
Right, you're right on the elevator. It's almost
Enemy
like
unit
one.
spotted.
And it's
Enemy
just
unit
go
spotted.
to the bottom.
Enemy sighted. Moving out. Enemy unit spotted.
It'll look better in the next mission, but as you can see, defense boost and caution, this is basically invincible.
Yeah. Even just like caution just makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I think like we can panic use caution in certain missions.
My turn, okay?
Things get scary. Alright, and here's the bomb. Hopefully we don't get unlocked shots. It's just a cut-in potential, which would waste a few seconds. And it's a bit pointless because the bomb cannot dodge.
But yeah, Gregor's just gonna be dropped into the river. He does this strength online.
There goes to the bridge, and that's the second. We're gonna see another train. I've always found that funny that there's two trains that like explode in this game. Alright, and the next mission is a bit scary, so we're gonna upgrade our armor before it, as well as just do some upgrades for later stuff.
Yeah, so we just got the Shamrock, which is Zaka's tank. So we need to change up his arsenal. But basically, we're just going to change him to use machine guns instead of his mortar cannon or tank rounds, because he's more useful using machine guns than tank rounds.
Yeah. The machine gun on the Shamrock is really powerful. It doesn't get too much use, but it's really useful in the missions we use it in. And we're just gonna get the armor for our tank to get some more AP. That'll come in handy in a later mission.
Yeah, it helps with survivability.
Yeah, because it's gonna be sitting and taking some shots as well. Alright, on to chapter 11.
Yeah, this is like also the battle where you first get the smoke rounds, but we're not going to be using the smoke rounds.
Yeah. We're just gonna
Which is really
run past all the enemy defenses.
Clear out the Imperial
Yeah,
shoreline
this
defenses.
mission is like,
Squad
I guess,
7,
pinnacle
move out.
Valkyria Chronicles speedrunning when you think about it. especially if you've seen the comic.
Oh yeah. Okay. The Alicia
Moving
needs to
out.
walk into a wall. This one honestly takes 2 turns just because we need
Enemy
quite a bit of
sighted.
movement.
Come out of that
Yeah, and you still can get hit by the guns, but because of the way we move, Alicia is not gonna die.
Yeah. We make sure there's no sight lines, so nothing's gonna do anything this turn. Now we're gonna use some orders. Same as we used last
This is an
mission.
order. Brace up and get ready to defend
Yeah,
yourself.
and this is the part where, yeah, Valkyria Chronicles speedrunning is, exemplified through this
This is an
particular
order.
turn.
Advance with caution. Stay sharp.
Time for everything to shoot at us.
Moving out.
Yep. Have
Enemy
fun.
unit spotted. Enemy unit spotted. Enemy unit
Scott
spotted.
actually went with the
Enemy
shots.
sighted.
Not bad.
Someday the hatred will stop.
Also, this part is a little scarier. on
Enemy unit
this
spotted.
one.
Enemy unit spotted.
What is the enemy up to there?
That was a lot of damage, actually.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate if you
My
get under
turn, okay?
100 HP.
Could get first aid boost.
Enemy unit spotted.
Yeah, first aid boost would be very nice there.
Go around to the side because we're trying to.
Tighten
not
all
lose
perimeters.
this.
Enemy
Not the
sighted.
best HP. We might have to go extra. But
Yeah,
first, we're gonna
despite-
quickly save.
Yeah, despite Alicia having both defense boost and caution on, it's a lot of damage.
Moving out. Please hit.
Ah, we dodged because we do have to really.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that unit dodging is pretty unfortunate. You can do a attack boost back up, but it's just, yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, if they dodge, they just
My
take
turn,
too much
okay?
HP.
Now.
Alright, much better that time.
Watch your back out there.
Because my HP, I'm just gonna end turn and do a quick heal. Then we're gonna use that tank to go and take this unit.
Can't beat the
Yeah,
smell of fresh soil.
that's really fun. When this mission goes very smoothly, it's absolutely a very fun launch.
Make sure to provide ample support for your foot.
But yeah, using the tank to kill that shock trooper is really funny because yeah, friendly fires are being in the Valkyria Chronicle series,
Yeah.
and we've used that particular feature in this mission.
And next we're gonna go. This is like back to the map. Anyone remembers from chapter 2?
Both chapter 1 and 2 actually, because it's a
Yes.
combination of both maps kind of.
This time we're just gonna go and capture a base instead of fight a tank.
Oh, also, in case you're wondering plot-wise and why you're not seeing Asara anymore, she's
Isara.
dead. She dies in the
taking
previous
back our
episode,
homies.
so-
Yeah, we don't really see
Squad
Asara
7,
though,
move out!
so it's a little hard to see in the speedrun. But yes, she died in that last mission. We have a new
Yeah, hence the
person. who I can-
context of the Welcome's line, I guess, kind of.
Alright. We're gonna do orders. We're not gonna
This
use
is an order.
caution though, because we only need one defensive order
Brace
for
up
this
and
one.
get ready to defend yourself.
We're still gonna take a lot of damage though.
This is an order. Destroying the target is your top
Yeah, I assume you're
priority.
using defense boost because it's just, just past the menu.
Yeah.
My turn, okay?
It's also why we use demo boost
Enemy
instead of
sighted.
damage boost. Either
Enemy
of them
unit
would work.
spotted. Enemy unit spotted.
Check for snipers firing from the buildings. These guys.
And
Can't beat the
this
smell
is
of fresh
turret that is
soil.
locked in.
Moving out.
Thankfully, you only run into
Enemy
like
sighted.
photos in this game.
Yeah, I think
Enemy
casually in this
unit
mission, you're like, you have to like take out the snipers, but in this particular one, you don't have to worry about it.
Now.
There is a sniper ace at the base, which can dodge your grenade, but because he's facing away from you, he's less likely to dodge it.
Yeah. And
Survive.
thankfully, since they're a sniper, they're not gonna turn around.
Don't even think of dodging.
Oh, we
You can
did get
attack, yeah.
dodgeable shot.
Please hit.
Oh no.
Take them out. Starting with the advance unit.
Alright, on to chapter 13. This might be an odd one, because we're not going to be able to use orders for a little bit, because Welkin is unavailable.
Yeah, if Welkin's unavailable on the map, it means, or not in his tank, basically, you can't use orders. Probably should have brought that up earlier, but yeah.
Oh yeah, because something else eat too, but we end up not using orders to eat too.
Yeah, and yeah, the start of chapter 13 is pretty nasty when Welcome is not on the map.
Alright, I'm gonna use Alicia. And there's not gonna be any Welkin scene because he's not there, so we're just gonna go right into mashing.
Yeah, I think it's like, is that the, no.
I think eat one too.
Yes, this is the only mission in the game where Welcome's like, not there.
My turn, okay?
And there's a big bunch of rockets that are gonna go off, but only if we're not in the trenches.
Enemy unit
And
spotted.
this is gonna take 2 turns, so we're gonna end in the
Enemy
trenches.
sighted.
It's unlike anything thus far.
Yeah, you don't want to be where the rockets are.
Our HP is good. We're gonna have all
Don't let a
the
chance slip past you.
in the intern.
Yeah, also the shock troopers
My
here
turn,
just do
okay?
a lot of damage to you in general, so Alexis is gonna like take it safely and
Yes.
deal with the
Enemy
shock trooper
unit
around
spotted.
the corner.
Please hit.
I might be able to avoid touching that corpse. We will try.
Who are these guys?
Alright, nice.
Yeah, touching corpses, you stop a little bit, so you end up like, yeah, slowing down. And you usually get them for like, I guess extra bonuses and like, and stuff like that. It's been a while since I played the game casually, but yeah, what Alexis is going to do here is obviously save because this
Moving
particular
out.
turn is very difficult.
Enemy unit spotted.
So what's going to happen here is Alexis is going to do a blind shot on the enemies in the base, and the idea is to push them out of the base.
Now.
But the shot she's going to take it's not really easy.
Might be good.
Don't give up now.
They look like they're both out.
Now to not
Nice.
die.
Yeah.
That's the other one.
These shock troopers just eat through Alicia's HP because she doesn't have any defense boost orders on her right now because left me off the map. But now welcome to yeah, defense boost can happen or any other order,
Yeah.
which is going to be handy.
This is an order.
So we're gonna use demo boost because there's a tank in
Destroying the
base.
target is your top
Sorry.
priority.
Anyway, yeah, demo boost will
This
be
can't be
useful for
good.
the upcoming enemy.
sighted! Enemy unit spotted!
Now,
And you can see how slow tanks are.
Now!
Yeah, and the PS4 version, they turn a lot slower, so
man down.
they won't shoot you. But on the PC version, they turn a lot faster and will shoot you.
Yeah, so if you were on PC, that tank would have ended up getting the little shots in.
Also, interestingly enough, because we can take out any enemies in the previous turn, there's no extra units in that base. That means we can just capture it straight up.
Yeah, it's very nice. Onward to another menu. This is gonna be our last time leveling up. We're getting shockers to 11, and then snipers to 15.
Yeah, the main reason we're leveling up snipers to 15 is so that we can get an order called penetration. And that particular order is very powerful.
Yeah, we'll be using it in almost every boss in late game. One more level, and we're gonna get our shock troopers weapons upgraded.
Yeah, we only have one more base to go afterwards, I believe. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, depends I guess on the route you're going. Because technically, this could be our last HQ, but for safety I'm gonna look in one and you can go. Alright, and for anyone who needs a bathroom break, this is a good time because,
Absolutely.
yeah, we get to watch a very long enemy turn. 2 of them, actually.
It's technically not an enemy turn though. It's
Yeah.
like,
Because it's
It's
not
actually-
an enemy turn.
yeah.
Concentrate on taking their base camp. Squad 7, move out!
Yeah, so Alicia is a Valkyria. Spoilers, I guess. And she's gonna destroy everything on the enemy side, fortunately. Yeah, so in the previous chapter, Alicia got shot, and because she was in a life or death situation, and a lance and a shield was put next to her, and turns out she's a Valkyria. That's why you're gonna see her destroy stuff. And yeah, we're not controlling Alicia. The AI is very unfortunate because
The best I
we've
can
been
do
fun.
is-
Yes.
It's really funny if you don't do anything, he just keeps destroying things. They keep bringing back units.
Yeah, I think
Been
the game
waiting here.
suggested that she will actually attack you, but she doesn't do that.
Yeah, she's just kinda gonna stand there.
You've broken through the enemy's defensive line.
Meanwhile, between Alicia's turns, we're gonna set up.
Just watch this.
Yeah, so we have 2 turns to go and move our units in position.
You'll
for
not harm my
ambush.
people. You won't hit me. I do hope this
Yeah,
won't stay.
Largo will make it to the ambush, but Wavy won't.
The Galleons
But he
have
should
one
be.
too?
It's very unfortunate we didn't get Nancy though. She has plenty of lines.
Got us stuck here.
Yeah. More waiting. Oh
And yeah,
wow!
Wave.
Got it again. Look, sometimes they deploy an extra unit. It's 2 times today. It's pretty rare for that to happen.
Oh yeah, they didn't deploy anything. That's
Damage
weird.
minimal.
Okay. I guess they know that they can't be the Valkyria
Damage
when
minimal.
their Valkyria is taken out.
It's a pink destroyer. I have no idea what those do actually, other than get destroyed by Alicia.
They destroyed tanks, I think. just a hunch. But yeah, we should boil up. That's the reason why we upgrade Welcome's defenses, by the way, because you can survive the shots from those things that Alicia just shot down.
Yep, and now we're gonna just get Largo a little bit forward, and now we're gonna use some orders. Make our scouts think for.
This is an order. Destroying the target is
Yeah,
your
we're
top
gonna make
priority.
use of our penetration order and deliveries because they're very powerful together,
This is an order.
and we got plenty of command points to use.
Aim
Yeah,
for
we
where their
had so
protection
much
is weakest.
as we waited 2 turns because they carry over.
You'll not harm my people.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
and sometimes it's very powerful just to wait and then just annihilate the enemy. In this particular case, the chapter will end on this particular turn. Although we do have like an unskippable cutscene here.
Yeah, first Alicia needs to eat. Then they're gonna summon a bunch of bosses, but we're already like in position to take them out.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, I guess Baby does have to get there. He's on his way.
Enemy
Our
I see the
defense
enemy
is thin
exposed.
everywhere. The defense is starting to weaken.
Alright, we're almost to the tank. Should take
I'm on my
3
way.
stops, assuming Baby is accurate. 1 in the
I'll
body,
see the enemy
and 2 on the
exposed.
radiator.
Damn it, I'm under fire.
Yeah, this tank is
Forgalia!
pretty tanky, for the lack of a better word.
Yeah. They have very good defense.
You'll not harm my people. You won't hit me. Forgalia! You'll not harm my people. Forgalia!
There's one thing. Now we just need Largo to take out the other one.
Yeah, so if you get Tank Slayer on the first 2 turns,
Your
you end up
orders,
saving
sir.
time. Although it's pretty trolly when it activates on the 3rd turn.
Yeah.
Just watch this.
But yeah, Largo should be in a very good position to take out the
You're
other
done!
tank.
Alright, so
And also,
we get it.
Been
yeah, if
waiting
you stand too close, you can end up missing the radiator,
Yeah,
which is the point.
it'd be very bad, so I'm gonna stay a little bit back.
Been waiting here.
And that should be chapter 14.
Yep. Onwards to 15. First, there's gonna be like a fight between Vulcan and Aldio, but it's a cutscene, so we're just gonna skip it.
Yeah, this whole page dedicated to it. But yeah, next mission is Star Fox 64 Macbeth. If you have not played the game before, basically you hit the 3 switches and put explosive on the little train to blow up the gate.
And this is back to using Alicia. This is actually going to be her last use in the run.
There are 3 switches total. Let's clear the way. Squad 7, move out!
Alright, oh yeah, we're gonna use smoke rounds for the
Here we
first
go.
time.
Yeah, oh my goodness. We have not used them. Also, yeah, you shoot the focus. This is something I accidentally discovered, actually.
Yeah, it's actually really nice because we're gonna save quite a bit of time because that shock trooper isn't gonna
Moving
move.
out.
Yeah, and him not moving just saves a bunch of time. And he usually has 2 actions
I
too
can't
if
see
you
where they're
end up
firing from. Be
not
careful.
being the shot. But yeah, it's...
Enemy unit spotted.
I know, I accidentally discovered this, so it's probably my only contribution to the game. But it's, yeah, pretty funny how that
Enemy
works out.
sighted.
And now he's gonna hide. There's a bunch of sight lines on her, but since he's in the crash, she's fine. But yeah, they're gonna shuffle, but they're not gonna end up out of the smoke. Now we're gonna use caution.
This is an order! Advance with caution. Stay sharp.
Yeah, I think you only need to just use caution.
Yes.
Moving out.
Yeah, because caution's just the better defense boost. And, yeah, she will get shot by the, by stuff, and, yeah. It's just, yeah, if you hit too low HP, you're gonna activate her
Enemy unit spotted.
new ability, called Valkyria.
Yeah.
My turn, okay?
And also, I think Alexis just gonna purposely stop before the, stuff, in order to skip the cutscene.
Oh yeah. That's what we did.
Please be careful of stray
So
bullets.
the ladders.
Yeah. Unfortunately, those guns barely hit Alicia.
I can't tell.
Yeah, we actually got really good luck, and we did not get Valkyria.
Yeah, well, you need to be below a certain threshold of HP, which you're clearly over. So, that's a very good chapter 15 one.
There's our train.
Here comes Macbeth. I'm not going to do the line, but you can just imagine it.
And that's one of our scouts. You have to do a lot of boss fights, and scouts are not the best for boss fight.
Yeah, so we immediately put into the next mission. It's kind of funny, you had to skip the cutscene in Game Plus, but here we just like, oh, we're here.
Take
Now
out
we're
their
gonna use
commander and
smoke rounds
claim
again.
Gearlendio.
Yeah,
Squad 7,
yeah, we're
move
not going to
out.
deploy anyone because we don't need to. So Welcome's just going to open with a smoke bomb near the shock trooper,
Here we go.
and we're going to position in a way where
Now!
Zaka can use his machine guns freely on Solaria.
Way
This
ahead
is
of
Zappo
you.
out of the way. First time we actually get to use them.
Yeah, and hence why we prefer Gatling guns over the mortar.
Fly.
That was not very good damage.
That's unfortunate.
Way ahead of you.
Many times. Not good.
Yeah, you have like 3 attempts to take her down.
Fly.
Way ahead of you.
He should get down this time.
Yeah, if you take her out in one round, which is very lucky, it's
Actually, got wait a bit on the third one. You can get a one cycle without pack boost, but sometimes he doesn't do much damage.
Yeah, so casually the way people normally take Sylvari out is use a sniper thing. They bounce between snipers to take her out. That's like the most commonly used casual strat, I think.
Yeah, usually you have to like use snipers or just turn her around a bunch. That can be really annoying.
Oh yeah, we should probably mention that Sylvaria nuked the place, and now it's like
Oh right.
the Marmota, which is the biggest tank, is storming its way towards the capital, which is not good. So yeah, you see that huge battleship behind Welcome, and basically we're leading it down this path. This is like a huge auto scroller with some things we absolutely need to hit with Welcome.
Yes. So we're just gonna be running Britain all the way across the map, then using smoke rounds so the enemy doesn't have any phases.
Yeah, it's very funny. Even though it's like funny how indecisive the enemy is, it does take a lot of time to sit through that phase, so it's best to sit in the smoke.
Don't worry, Zaka's okay. He'll be back by Team 2.
He has plot armor.
Alright. And now for
Entering combat.
like 6 minutes of walking and
Gotta love nature.
Try to divert the Marmota's path.
Basically, this mission in a nutshell.
Alright, that was the easy one.
Here we go.
You can't miss the easy one, right? I'm pretty sure he has.
Enemy sighted.
Alright, that's a little close.
Entering combat.
Oh, yeah.
We are now at the point where we have to save.
Yeah, you need enough movement to get further, and also enough to be able to use the
Here we go.
smoke round in order to hide in it. So yeah, just welcome.
Entering combat. Now.
Yeah, the safest strat is to actually use Alicia here,
Yeah,
but
that's always the old
she just
strat.
takes up a lot of time.
Here we go. Gotta love nature. Now.
There we go, welcome.
Entering
Now
combat.
we're gonna go and get really slow. Do it all the way
Fire!
down. And we should be good.
Yeah, you don't have to put your whole tank body in it, you just have to put a little bit in it. Although it can be a little bit finicky.
Yeah. And we can watch those every single turn, and if they decide to hit the trees, the game will like freeze for a little bit and lose some time.
Here we go!
Sorry, that's just being amusing.
Please act
Fire!
So yeah, the fastest way to take them out is to use a tank shell pretty close up to them. You can take them out with a mortar,
Here
but
we
it's
go.
slower. But it's more consistent.
Fire!
Yeah, it's a little risky, but I'm sure I'll can try that.
Got to divert that thing.
There's just like 2 more things to this. Aw, I got bad trees. Oh, and yeah, we're shooting those tanks, those radiators things, so we can divert the tank to follow us.
Here we go! And damage minimal! Enemy sighted!
I should mention, when you're like playing through the game, like normally it's like how can I explain it? Like
Absolutely can't
so in this
allow them to reach
particular mission,
Ramsey.
like those people who don't have full armor like
Stay away.
die if they get hit
Here
by
we
the
go.
motor
Gotta love
or just
nature.
get taken down
Now.
in general. So it's pretty risky just to deploy.
Yeah, it's best just to
minimum
deploy
people.
minimum units, because then you have to like manage them all so you don't get run over with them on their own.
Don't even try to.
Two trees. Alright, now we just have
Here
to
we go.
destroy 2 more targets.
Hostile sighted at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, welcome to miss the second target or hit the tree. If you decide, yeah.
Yeah. One last wave for welcome
Here we go.
this time.
Now!
At least they got that one.
And now we wait.
Yeah. The rest of the mission is pass turns until La Marmota gets there. I actually use doing this mission on repeat to pass the time when I'm like watching other people do speedruns. It's just to go and see. I find it every time I do. It can be very annoying. About 9 minutes if it's optimal. Well, New Game Plus welcome can't miss, thankfully. Now you get to see there's a face painted on the Marmota. You'll have a really good long time to look at it. Well, at least it looks like we got good luck with trees for the last mortars. Alright. All done chapter 6.
Yeah, finally.
And sadly, we're not done with slow missions. The next mission's gonna be that stuff.
Yeah, next mission's pretty cool. I'm kind of disappointed you didn't get Alex because
Oh yeah. We
he's
don't get
voiced
to use
by
Sonic. Only we were doing New Game Plus. We'd be able to use Sonic the whole run. Oh yeah, and this is the
Our
map
target is
from
Jaeger's tank.
chapter
Stay
4,
sharp,
but it's
Sevens.
daytime, so I can
Squad
never
7, move
notice until
out.
I was pointed out, because it looks very different when it's daytime.
yeah, we also start in a different position as well.
Yeah, so that also makes it really hard for me to... Well, doesn't help, but you don't get to see much of the maps when you play. Oh yeah, and this is the boss
is
from
an
chapter
order.
5. Now we're actually gonna fight them.
Destroying the
We're
target
gonna
is your
just take
top
them out the way we
priority.
took out the last tanks.
Yeah, also Jaeger killing his tank was like practically
This is an
invincible. But we're
Aim for where their protection is weakest.
we're gonna break through the armor quite easily. Thanks to
Rest
demolition
easy.
roofs
I'm
and
on.
penetration orders.
Hostile unit found. Hostile unit found. Don't give them a chance to attack. Rest easy. I'm on it. Enemy sighted. Hostile unit found.
That's a lot.
I'm in tatters here.
Yeah, but yeah, the shock troopers
Take this!
doesn't explain this.
I'm in tatters here.
Alright, now we're gonna take out the armor with 2 rounds, so that's gonna be 1 round to take out the, what, I don't remember what the name is called.
The lupus.
Ubis. Alright,
Yeah.
You trying to kill
that's
me?
what the boss is called.
You think you've seen gunplay?
Yeah, just to point out, penetration's not an easy ore to get, because snipers
Yeah.
need to be at level 15.
Yeah, snipers aren't that useful, and then you need to get them to level 15 to get the order. That's why we put so much experience in snipers, even though in the optimal route they're not used at all. They're very useful. Just for the orders they give.
Yeah, optimally you would probably save like over a minute, I guess, because you don't need to level them up. But you have to rely on a very unreliable strat. Is that what I'm getting at?
I'm talking about using the tank in 18-2.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just
But-
thinking like how unreliable that will be. But yeah, 18-1 is like, I think the longest time we believed that the
Our
PC version
target
was
is
the
the Marmota.
fastest
Sink it at all
because of this
costs.
particular mission.
Squad 7, move
Yeah,
out.
I can answer the story. I am speedrun VC2 as well, and I literally did not know the plot of the game at all, or any of the characters, when watching and doing the speedrun, until I ended up doing a casual playthrough. So the speedrun is not very spoilery.
Unless we say
Here we
something
go.
about it.
Oh yeah.
Fire!
Anyway, Alicia shot speaking of fucking the story, Alicia shot this in Valkyria form, so there's a weak point. So we're gonna shoot it.
Yeah, in chapter 16, yeah.
Oh yeah, we were trying to stop Murder from getting into the capital city, but we failed.
Here we go!
He gets there.
Fire!
Yeah, I think ideally the structure we want to use here is Kevin, because he has like a chance of two-shotting the lance, but we don't have Kevin here. But yeah, so this enemy turn, we thought because the PC version just does this a lot faster that PC was the fastest. But yeah, it turns out because this is like the only enemy turn we really have to sit through, it's not that bad.
Yeah, this is a very, very long break.
Mm. Like you might be able to have a quick bathroom break here.
Yeah, I usually take one and then have plenty of leftover time. Yeah, I also chime in to say that it was very good. I also really like the speedrun of it. Played it for bits back in January. Almost done. And there's just gonna be some cutscenes.
Yeah, that enemy gets like kind of close to your base, but
Yeah.
it doesn't quite.
So close that Lancers. They're like
Yeah.
just on it.
Yeah, there's people with lances that can somehow shoot through
This
the
is an
smoke as
order.
well, which is very annoying.
Destroying
luckily
the
that didn't
target is your
happen.
top priority. This is an order. Aim for where their protection is weakest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Less
Stem
easy.
Breeze
Come on.
penetration.
You think you've seen gunplay?
He started to like really harmless for some reason.
We could use some backup. Rest easy. I'm on it. You pulled out a little longer. Hostile unit found.
We're gonna try and take him out here.
Take this.
Hey, we got it.
Oh, I thought you meant a single round? Oh,
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
yeah. I was like, wait. But yeah. Yeah, ideally you want to take him out in a single round. And that easily makes the lance vulnerable.
I'm just warming up. Hostile unit found. Rest easy. I'm on it.
Alright, and then we're gonna take
Take
3
this.
rounds to take out the lines.
Engaging the enemy. Take this. Engaging the enemy. Take this.
Alright. Time for the last mission. We'll be doing an
Yeah.
HQ for safety.
Yeah, you need yeah, it's much more consistent to go to HQ and get the max gun push, that max clip size for shock trooper. I should have mentioned this earlier, but we go a clip size route mainly because the more shots you do, the more damage you do. It does more damage than just simply firepower up. Probably should have mentioned that earlier,
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah.
because each shot gets boosted when we use the melee penetration to its stack, so it's a lot of damage.
Yeah. It does a lot more than firepower up because you only have 20 shots compared to the 35 at max.
Here.
But yeah, we have a pretty specific setup for this.
This is our final operation. Let's end this war. Squad 7, move out!
Yep, we're gonna be doing final boss fights against the humanoid, so we'll only need penetration as an attack boost, which do damage against personnel.
Yeah, because Demogorgons won't do anything. Yeah, so Maximilian's charge up these 3 towers and they change every turn. Fortunately, we only had to deal with the first turn setup, which is always the same.
Yes. So first, we're gonna use penetration.
This is an order! Aim for where their protection is weakest.
Beat
Good
Empire!
luck on the rubble, though that's more of a new game plus thing. But you might see that rubble effect and where it falls. We have a pretty specific path we have taken in the game plus, so we can sometimes block.
Target silent. Head to the next one.
Parker, shrunk over there. Please and everything else.
Engaging the enemy. You
Yeah.
think you've seen
As long as you
gunplay?
hide also behind the tank, as Maximilian's like counterattacking you, you should be okay.
How about this?
Kill!
I'm just warming up.
And yeah, you gotta be careful with friendly fire when it comes to
Yeah.
shooting that particular tower.
You can kill your own
Anyway,
unit
so-
there.
Yeah, so for the final tower, you use that sniper.
Goodbye.
Unbelievable, right? But yeah, so
Roger. Don't finish it.
you have to put in a specific spot in order to make
That's
sure
a
you
lot of
actually
damage.
hit the tower. Because if you're too far away, you miss it. Accuracy boost helps, so.
I'm not
And
done yet.
penetrate does
with caution.
too. Penetrate actually prevents you, actually like does more damage as well.
That's
So-
it.
It's one of the reasons why you like to use Catherine or Marina, but Marina's overall better.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, it's because of what Alexis got. She, Alexis didn't get Catherine's like the next best option. Because yeah, RNG did not give her Marina.
This is an order!
Yeah. Catherine technically has
Anyway,
faster
I
race.
want you to
Oh,
fire every
yeah, we
bullet
gotta
you've
use all
got.
units attack as our final order.
Yes, and I'm gonna save just in case I get low damage rolls, because we get low damage rolls, even the saber kill one.
Yeah, and we use the weaker machine gun in order to not over damage Maximilian.
Yeah, because then otherwise we'll teleport into that.
Leave it to me.
So
Yeah, and
time
go-
is gonna help pretty good this way. Alright, time.
And that's Valkyria Chronicles 1.
Nice.
The 25th day of October, 1935.
Alrighty. We'll just the credits
the
are
death of
very, very
Maximilian,
long on this
commander
game.
of the Empire's invasion of Gallia, paved the way for truce between the two nations.
Oh yeah, and one of the cool things about book mode as well
After
is that it's
7
written by
tumultuous months at war,
a certain character in
Gallians
the game,
everywhere
and
looked
it's very
forward
cool
to a
when you find
time
out
of
who.
hard-won peace.
Honestly, I think it's a really cool integration of that sort
Squad
of thing.
7 of
And
the Gallian militia
most
disbanded
Valkyria
shortly after the
games do
conflict's
a sort of
conclusion,
certain book mode, so because it's supposed to be a
and
historical
its
take
members began to move on,
or something
each
like that.
following his
but
or
it's,
her own path.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And here,
And it's one of
at
the
the end
it's
of
part of
their
the game
long
that I
struggle,
like.
I I lay my
part of the
pen
series.
to rest.
Yeah. It's like right now, so there. Or did I miss that? Sorry.